This video is going to be a response to a comment I received in the previous video, and I'll go ahead and put a link in here so you can go back and look at it, and if you want to check out the comment. But the comment was that some tile organization recommends installing the spacers this way, and maybe even the people who manufacture these do too. And of course it would be to their benefit to use these and leave them in, because then you would have to go buy new ones, and that would definitely benefit the manufacturer. But the main point I wanted to make was he was talking about lining the tiles up in a second comment, because I was trying to figure out what he was saying. And he was basically saying that it'll be difficult to line up the tiles in long lines. He said something like a 25-foot row. Obviously I don't have enough room here to go 25 feet, but the point that I'm going to make should make sense. Now, if you do it like this, you're going to be able to pull these things out easily, for one. And for two, if you have to move the tile, let's just say that you have a tile that's out of square, or a few tiles that are out of square, or all of the tiles are out of square, then if you need to move it, you're actually going to need to remove this somehow without moving the tiles. I'm obviously making this more difficult than it is. Sometimes they pop right out. Either way, I hope you get the idea. If I need to move this tile in, I would need to remove these spacers that are horizontal or flat. If I need to move it over, if I need to move the tile and I have it like this, I just pull one out and move it. I can make the adjustment, and then I mean, obviously this wouldn't go back in. If I needed to move it to make the adjustment, let's say I needed to move it a 1/16 of an inch to make everything work out. Well, if these are flat, I can't do that. I need to remove the whole spacer. And if I'm working with a wall, some tile on the wall, and I only need to remove one of them because this is the only one I need to move, then it's sure going to be a lot easier than popping this thing out. And you can see that, how much easier it's going to be. And then I like to just use little pieces of cardboard. I don't have any in here. I just tear up a bunch of pieces of cardboard if I'm working on a wall, and I wedge maybe 3 or 4 pieces, whatever I need, in between here to hold everything in place. Now, if all of the tiles are square and all of these things are clean, if you have any grout on them like that, I got thin set on that, you could have a problem. And I don't know if you can see that there. You can see that there's a little piece of thin set on there. And if you have something like that, obviously you're going to have to clean all this stuff off too before you reuse them. But lost my train of thought there. So I don't know. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that makes sense to the guy who left the comment in the comment area. I'm not bashing that individual. I'm not saying that this method here doesn't work well for others. All I'm saying is, for me, I've had it's been a lot easier for me to use this method here for quite a few reasons. I don't have to dig these out after I'm done. If I need to move one tile, I don't need to remove this. I don't need to remove the flat one. I can simply pull one of these out, make my adjustment, and these are here. And last but not least, when you're all done, that's it. You go through and you pop all these things out, and it sure seems a lot easier. So I'm going to leave that up to you, whether or not to do it like this or use my method. And feel free to leave any comments in the comment area, and or any questions too, and I will return or try and answer them as soon as I possibly can.